There are quite a few impressive and sizable radio structures both in and around Manchester. The massive Jodrell Bank radio telescope sits to the south, and the huge concrete Cold War relic that is Heaton Park BT Tower is located to the north, but none dominate the landscape quite like Winter Hill. The Winter Hill transmitting station is a broadcasting and telecommunications site on Winter Hill at the southern edge of the borough of Chorley in Lancashire and towers high above Bolton. It can be seen from miles around, and its red aircraft warning lights usually appear on the horizon from most places around the county. The original mast at Winter Hill was a 140 metre or 450 foot tower that came into service on the 3rd of May 1956 and carried the programmes of Granada Television during the weekdays and ABC Television at weekends. In 1966, services were transferred to a new, taller mast erected adjacent to the original tower, and this is the mast that remains here today. It is owned and operated by Arqiva, and the main transmitter covers over 6.5 million homes, and it has such a large footprint due to its location and altitude. Its elevation means that its coverage reaches as far as Crewe, Stoke and Shrewsbury. The coverage area for the transmitter is mainly southern Lancashire and Cheshire. However, relay transmitters are needed around eastern Manchester, northern Lancashire and the Wirral Peninsula. During the period of parallel digital and analogue television transmissions, the digital antenna attached to the top of the mast brought the overall height to 315.4 metres or 1,035 feet. But as part of the digital switchover, the antenna was removed, reducing the main mast's overall height to 309.48 metres or 1,015.4 feet. It is one of the tallest structures in the UK, however at 778.1 metres or 2,553 feet above sea level, Winter Hill has the highest television transmitting antenna in the UK. The main mast structure has a diameter of 2.75 metres or 9 feet. Support wires to hold the mast vertical are pitched at 120 degrees when viewed from above, and these are connected at 5 heights, giving 15 supports in total. These wires were later strengthened, and 152 metric tons of dampering chains were fitted to reduce the oscillations caused by high winds that were a factor in the collapse of Emily Moore's original structure in 1969. Between 2007 and 2009, the mast was strengthened to allow the installation of a new and heavier digital transmission aerial. The tubular tower has a working lift inside, but this is now disused due to an accident at Belmont. It has 5 platforms up its length, and 2 of them are above and below the top section itself. 8 external platforms are built into the mast along its height, which can be accessed from the inside of the mast itself, and these are used to maintain the supporting wires and the ILR antennas. The mast has always had a series of red aircraft warning lights up its length, which were increased in brightness in 2006 to make them more visible to passing aircraft. They fold inside the tower so that they can be maintained safely, as the weather can be inclement up there and it can close in quickly in the form of icy rain, fog and high winds. It's also worth noticing that similar structures can be seen beyond Manchester on the horizon in clear conditions, such as Morley Park transmitting station in North Wales and Holmos transmitting station over in Yorkshire. Both of their red warning lights flicker away through the atmospheric disturbance from miles away. At the top of the summit of Winter Hill, near the main site, is an array of mixed-purpose communications towers which support a diverse mixture of different types of antennas and dishes. These include FM and DAB radio, PMR and private commercial repeaters, as well as police, fire and ambulance infrastructure. Each antenna on all of the masts are fed by transmitters and equipment that is housed in transmitter buildings and cabinets at the base. Some of the older towers are repurposed Home Office towers which once supported police and government communications. This one was part of the British Telecom microwave network, which was a point-to-point microwave link system operated firstly by the GPO. From late in the 1950s to the 1980s, it provided a large part of BT's trunked communications capacity. It carried telephone, television and radar signals and data for both civilian and military users. The tower would have supported many more microwave dishes than it does today, and it's fair to say that the number of dishes on there will slowly diminish further over time. This is because modern technology such as fibre optic is slowly making microwave networks obsolete. All the masts on the summit belong to mobile phone providers such as EE, Vodafone and O2, and they're used for cellular service and backhaul networks. Some of the antennas are damaged due to the high winds on the summit and poor weather conditions. Others are pieces belonging to radio systems and companies that are long since defunct. These are no longer maintained and are taken down periodically for scrapping. So that is Winter Hill Transmitting Station, and aside from plane crashes and murder, it's quite an amazing place full of radio history and amazing views from miles around, and well worth a visit.